And hello, Mr. Stephen.
Hey Manny, how are you?
I am wonderfully blessed as always, sir. And thank you so much. A big congrats on The Humans, though. It's a haunting,
Thank you.
soul stirring film. I can't shake it off.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, you're
I love
so
your background.
thank you. I was inspired. So, you wrote the Tony winning play that the film is based on. At what point did you decide that making a big screen version of your play is a brilliant, brilliant idea?
It was actually just for the first time having the spark that something I made in one genre, something that I had created specifically for theater. It's the first time that I thought there was a way to tell the same story in a new medium for film, in a way that might actually even get at the heart and soul of the thing, not just a new way, but in a way that might even be um, more truthful or exhilarating or thrilling in certain aspects. And so, yeah, that made it really scary to want to try, because when it works well in one, if it's like a novel that you like there's always the risk that you're going to mess it up. And in this case, I thought the way to do it was so interesting and new that it just mostly excited me. And so I thought, if I was given the chance, that I would just love to try. Yeah.
So you grew up in Scranton, right? One of the many characters of the film, really. Was it the inspiration for you in writing the play originally?
Yeah, I mean, it's like my life, my family, my background, the people I love. I feel like even when I'm not writing autobiography, it's always some sort of emotional autobiography. So even when I don't think I am, I think every writer is probably drawing on their hometown, where they grew up. Uh, in my case, it's like, yeah, every sidewalk crack, every my love of crumbling pre-war architecture and industry that's left town. Scranton's quite famously, was a coal town, and um, even a family that's sort of made up of this. They started in this very, let's say, a purple state, maybe now made up of multiple generations of people in a household where people are maybe just voting differently in different ways, red state, blue state. You see it in multiple generations. I think I always like that stuff to emerge via character and people and emotions, and not via maybe like literal discourse about that stuff. But I just think my background, even when I don't want it to, yeah, like growing up gay in Scranton is probably just the through line of all of my work.
Right. You know what? I love your creative choices here. The claustrophobic shots. There are some horror movie tropes here as well, right? Doors closing on their own. Talk to us about your creative choices, Mr. Steven. I love them.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way that the genre can hold. I love family stories about families. I do love the horror genre. And I love the way that it's a story that's exploring the fears of a family and the love of a family, that you can sort of use the genre to kind of talk about those in ways that are maybe obvious or not so obvious. Like there's a moment where Jane Howdy Shell, who plays the mother, sees herself in her reflection in a tiny slit of mirror.
Yes.
She sort of walks towards it. And on the other side, when the door swings open, it's her daughter. It's Beanie Feldstein. It's not your typical jump scare, because it's just a mother discovering her daughter coming out of a bathroom. But what I love about it is that it also kind of plays with the friction in their relationship and how they love each other so much, but they also keep butting heads the way
Yep.
mothers and daughters sometimes can. And Beanie's afraid she's turning into her mother. And Deirdre's afraid her daughter doesn't respect her anymore. And they can't seem to find that middle ground, which I think is something, even when there's deep love, lots of families can relate to, even if it's not, even if the Blakes don't look like your family or are, representative in many ways. Those kinds of interpersonal struggles, I find, reach a lot of people, and I love the way that the genre allows to so almost explore that fear and those jumps that we might feel in our own lives, in a way that feels kind of exciting and specific, and also kind of connected to the emotional architecture.
A big congrats on The Humans again, Mr. Steven. I went to bed last night thinking of the Blakes. So now I'm headed to
Thank you for
Stanton.
I'm glad you have a seat at the table via the background. It looks like the sequel is going to include you in it. So I want to write you into
Good luck on
come
everything, okay?
come and join them next year for Thanksgiving.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.